Welcome to Tri-Valley Sports Final, your program for the best in local sports action. On this week's show, Aiden Lee helps lead the way as the Dublin Gales take on Placer for the Don Nelson Classic Championship. Amari Chandler lights it up as the Livermore Cowboys face the Castro Valley Trojans. And Adnan Rausta is outstanding as the Foothill Boys soccer team squares off against the West Wolfpack of Tracy. All of that plus Foothill Irvington boys basketball, Granada San Marin NCS boys water polo, and much more right here on Tri-Valley Sports Final. Welcome back to Tri-Valley Sports Final. I'm Ian Bartholomew. On this week's show, we'll have boys soccer as Foothill takes on West of Tracy. We'll also wrap up the NCS boys water polo season as Granada battles San Marin. And we'll have boys basketball as Dublin meets undefeated Placer. Foothill faces Irvington, and Livermore takes on the Castro Valley Trojans. And to get us started, it's my co-host, Tim Sabrandi.
Great. Thank you, Ian. And it's been a great start for the Livermore boys basketball team. Led by high-scoring sophomore Amari Chandler and senior Dylan Wary, the Cowboys have already nearly equaled last season's win total. Recently, the Cowboys look to keep the momentum going as they squared off against the Castro Valley Trojans. And there you see Coach Tripp talking to his squad in the huddle. And we'll pick it up right here with Dylan Wary. Grabs the rebound, dribbles up the court, and then finds Amari Chandler in the corner, who drains the three-point shot and gives the Cowboys the early advantage. Now Wary grabs another rebound, again in transition to Chandler. And Chandler in the paint, turnaround jumper. It's good. Livermore continues to stretch their lead. Now we see Wary again. This time to Ryan Natash, drives and scores. Good teamwork there. This time it's Zach Lininger to Dylan Wary. He missed, but then he got his own rebound, put it back up, and got the bucket. This time, after the missed shot in the corner, there's Amari Chandler crashing boards. And he missed his first attempt, he gets his own rebound and scores. So nice job there. Again, more transition basketball. Lininger to Notch. Dylan Wary, little move inside, up and in. Showing his versatility. Now Lininger, Amari Chandler. Inside, under pressure, gets the basket and is fouled. Teammates like the three-point play. Livermore at that point up 53-40 as we enter the fourth quarter. Castro Valley would not go down quietly. Here we see three-point basket made by Krishan McGee for 3 of his 14 points. Livermore, look at that great ball movement around the perimeter. Wary inside gets the bucket off the pass from Chandler. Now we see off the inbounds. It's Chandler to Wary, who takes advantage of the size mismatch, gets the bucket. He would finish with 21 points. Now after the missed three, it's Chandler who picks the ball up, loose ball, and he gets the dunk. That nearly puts the game away for Livermore, but they would continue to press ahead. Wary gets it to Hawthorne. Chandler, 3 points, it's good. He was on fire in this one. And he was also proficient from the foul line. Here we seals the game with 2 free throws. He would finish with 35 points. There you see the teams congratulating each other after the game and a hard-fought victory by the Cowboys. And you see it there, Amari Chandler, Dylan Wary combined for 56 of Livermore's 64 points, and they go on to the win. Cowboys currently 14-3 as they head into East Bay Athletic League play.
Yeah, they're playing really well. Chandler, of course, averaging about 25 points a game. Wary, a little over 20 points a game. So that's a pretty potent combination. One of the big goals for the Cowboys this season is to break that EBAL losing streak. It goes back quite a few years, and they've got a great shot to do it.
Well, I think with those two in particular,
yeah.
I mean, Chandler's, he goes without saying what a great player he is. Wary in particular, I love his versatility. You know, you see him on the boards, you see him handling the ball, getting up the court, you know, the passing inside. So the combination of those two with some other pieces, I do see Livermore getting a win this season.
Right, that's going to do it for Livermore. Up next, we'll have Dublin. We'll go to Dublin for the finals of the Don Nelson Classic as the Gales take on undefeated Placer. Plus, a little later, we'll see Foothill face Irvington. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Tri-Valley Sports Final. The 20th annual Don Nelson Classic Boys Basketball Tournament Championship game was on the line recently as the host Dublin Gales squared off against Sac Joaquin Section Power Placer of Auburn. The Gales interplay looking to continue their dominance in the Nelson tournament, while the Hillmen were hoping to remain undefeated. We go out to Dublin. There's Don Nelson, man who the tournament's named after, looking on. Coach Tom Costello's team locked up in a close one with the Hillmen. Pick it up in the third quarter. Dublin down 2, and Rome Raymore grabs the rebound and goes coast to coast, laying it in. That ties the game at 39. Moments later, Raymore feeds Colorado transfer Isaiah Romero, who drives past his defender and lays it in. This time, Nick Lee gives to Romero, who finds Raymore in the corner for the open three-pointer. And now Romero passes to Aiden Lee for another three. At the end of three, Dublin leads 47-41. Fourth quarter, Dublin breaks the huddle. Placer tries to rally. Jeremy Rethy gives to Emmett Rose for three. He had 16 points. That cuts the lead to 47-44. Gales come right back, though, as Raymore drives and scores with the left hand. He finished with 7 points. More great teamwork by Dublin. Aiden Lee with the no-look pass underneath to Romero. Dublin extends their lead to 52-44. And this time, the University of Colorado Springs commit Romero feeds Nick Lee for three. That makes it 55-44. And to close things out, Makan Anvari passes to Romero, who gives to Aiden Lee for the pull-up jumper. Dublin outscores the Hillmen 37-27 in the second half as they go on to defeat Placer 64-55. After the game, 3 Gales were named all-tournament. Junior Nick Lee led all scorers in the finals with 18 points. Senior Isaiah Romero, meanwhile, had 17 points. And your Don Nelson Classic Most Valuable Player is Aiden Lee with 15 points. And there are the Gales with the first place trophy. Nick Lee, Isaiah Romero, and Aiden Lee combined for 50 points as the Gales capture the title. Afterwards, the 3 stars and Dublin head coach Tom Costello said they're excited about how their team is playing.
We're playing great. Team ball is going good. Team defense going great. Everyone's following the coaching plan. Just everyone buying into a great system, and we're doing great right now. We're not gifted with a bunch of size, but I think with our heart and just our effort on the defensive and offensive ends, we can match for that size, the difference. It's really fun. I mean, the ball's moving, the ball's humming, everyone's getting shots, everyone's working. So it's a great feeling to play.
From the day I got here to now, the improvement has been insane. We've gotten better every day, and we're going to continue to get better every day. And I'm very, very proud of this team and the way we're looking, and it's only up from here. We're not the biggest team. We don't have the most size, but I would say we get up and down the court really, really fast. And I say what leads us is our energy. I feel like we have more energy, and we want it more than a lot of the teams we play. So yeah, mostly energy.
I think we're playing definitely as a team. We have a lot of chemistry. This is a year that not everybody expected for us to be good, but I feel like we play as a team and we play with a lot of chemistry. I think we have our one player, Zay, who helps a lot, but all of us, we can all score the ball. We all pass the ball. We can rebound and defend. Our defense is really what puts us ahead of other teams is what I think. We just have to play hard on the defensive end. We have to rebound the ball because we're a smaller size team. I think rebounding is definitely one of the most important things for us and what Coach Costello has set in our brains, and I just think we played really good as a team together.
Each game we're getting more and more experience. For the most part, pretty inexperienced group of kids. But the way they share the ball, the way they play unselfishly, and our defense has been traveling with us very well. And I think that really impacted the game tonight because that's a really good team, really well coached. I mean, they're 11-0 for a reason, and they play basketball the right way. And so it was a challenge for us defensively to take them out of their stuff.
And Dublin has continued their success since winning the Nelson Classic. They went 2-2 at the prestigious Classic at Damien tournament in Southern California, losing close games to the state's 14th ranked team, the Brentwood School, and Hesperia, and they also defeated Valley Christian of San Jose, so they are looking good going into league play.
Yeah, they're looking really good. I'd say the biggest thing, too, is the Gales, the versatility. I mean, you have the three-headed monster at Aiden Lee, Nick Lee, and Isaiah Romero, but they defend well as a team. You know, that Placer team, great shooting team. Gales got out on them, and they made that second half comeback, so it was a nice win. From Dublin now, we're going to go to Pleasanton, where the Foothill Falcons are hosting the Irvington Vikings. And here you see head coach Tommy Sett talking to his team. Squad gathered around him, and we pick it up. Tyler Sum to Isaiah Yee. His shot's blocked, but there's Peyton Haney with the follow. Nice job there. Irvington would respond as Landon Castaneda drives and scores. So Falcons would get back. Josh Wickenbach. Turnaround baseline jumper is good. Now we see on the other end, out of the high post, spin move by Hayne, drives and misses, but he gets the putback and scores. More excellent penetration, nice move. Slater Sakamoto drives baseline, reverse layup, and Foothill would be on top after one. Pick it up in the second quarter, more great offensive productivity. Johan Dull getting the bucket there after some good passing. And here we see a bucket. Brooke Akuba Michael getting that one. Now again, more offensive diversity. Jason Praveen getting the basket there for the Falcons. Now Isaiah Yee on the break. This time it's Tyler Bordensteiner. And we're going to finish it with another Falcon who gets to the corner. That one, it's Slater Sakamoto. He knocks down the three. So we talk about offensive diversity. The Falcons showcase it in this win. You see the final score there. Foothill pulling away in the second half. Foothill standing 10-4 as they interleague play, so playing well and again showing a balanced attack on offense.
Yeah, and from this, they went on to win the Lamond Murray Classic down at Kennedy Fremont. Bodensteiner was the MVP. Tyler Sum was all tournaments, so things are coming together for the Falcons, and they're looking to have a good year as well.
Yeah, right there. Last year they were right on the cusp of a postseason bid, and I think this team's a better team, and it's a competitive East Bay Athletic League, but Foothill will be right there night in, night out.
And that's going to do for Foothill Boys basketball. Up next, we'll have Foothill Boys soccer as the Falcons take on West of Tracy. Plus, we'll finish up the boys water polo season as Granada faces San Marin in the NCS playoffs. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Tri-Valley Sports Final. Before the break, we saw the Foothill Boys basketball team in action. Now we go to Foothill Boys soccer. The Falcons opening up their season against the West High School Wolfpack of Tracy. Here we go out to Foothill. Falcons break the huddle, pick it up in the first half. Foothill trailing 1-0. Kevin Srivastava crosses to Kevin Tippett. Ball goes to Adnan Rausta for the goal. That ties the game at 1. Wolfpack try to answer, but Jeffrey Guardado's shot sails over the goal. Late in the first half, Falcons go on the attack again. Dylan Sood passes ahead to Srivastava, but Juan Maldonado is there to make the stop. At the half, we are tied at 1. Second half now, Jack Leone shoots, and it's just a little too high. Moments later, Leone takes the free kick, and Maldonado is there for the save. Another free kick now for Foothill. It goes to Kevin Tippett, whose shot is just off the mark. This time, Leone passes to Sood. Ahead to Nicholas Tahir. West defense, though, converges, and they kick it out of bounds. That results in a quarter kick, but the header is just a little too high. The Wolfpack now try to break the tie, but Jaden Goodman is there to make a diving stop. With less than 16 minutes left, the Falcons mount a threat. Rausta kicks it back to Srivastava, who crosses to Atlas Kading for the goal. Foothill celebrates as they grab a 2-1 lead. Moments later, the Falcons nearly score again. but the pass is just a little too long. Srivastava tracks it down and sends it towards the goal, but Maldonado makes the save. Good Foothill defense now. Victor Clarkson DeLuca kicks it out of bounds. And this time, Edwin Medina sends it in, but Goodman makes the save. With 7 minutes left, Kevin Soto gets behind the defense and scores. That ties the game at 2. The rest of the match would be a defensive battle. Here, Maldonado makes a save for the Wolfpack. Kevin Soto now kicks it high, but Jaden Goodman pulls it down. Wolfpack now try a free kick, but Goodman hauls it in. Late in the match, Edwin Garcia shoots. Goodman scoops it up and clears once again. That seals it as this match ends in a 2-2 tie. And there you see the final score as the match ends in a draw. Afterwards, Foothill head coach Mario Valdez said he was pleased with his squad's performance.
It was a tough match against a good opponent. Overall, I'm pleased. It is our first game. There's a lot that we're working on, but overall, I felt that we reached success throughout the game. So I'm pleased with the group. The intensity was super high from the boys. There were a lot of good moments in possession. We wanted to establish a good rhythm on the ball and trying to attack with intention. But it was good. Yeah, I was happy with that.
And Foothill has continued to play well. They're 4-0-1 as they enter league play, and can't beat that, undefeated.
No, undefeated, and that's going to be another team that's a hard out in E-ball, but E-ball obviously tough matches night in and night out, so we'll look forward to covering more of that. From soccer, we're going to cover our final fall sports action of the year in boys water polo. The Granada Matadors having their best season in school history, taking on San Marin in the NCS Division II semifinals. And there we pick up the action. Granada fans at the Amador Pool. And Coach Danush Sridhar talking to the mats. Beckett Corden, though, would get the first goal of the contest for San Marin on top 1-0. Granada answering back. Bryce Rivera, Nate Berg fires it in. Ties the game at 1. And here we see Granada. More good teamwork, and it would be Cadence Morris who would end up getting the goal. Pick up the action, San Marin on top 3-2 at this point. The Granada defense, great shot blocked there by Sam Nicholson, who then retrieves the ball to end the threat. Now we see the Mats passing it around from long range. Cadence Morris tying the game at 3 with that one, firing it through traffic, giving the goal to Granada. But this would be a back and forth contest as Corden of San Marin would end up getting the goal. And then Granada answers back with Morris. So we're knotted up at 4 apiece. These teams just trading goals, and we see more of it here. Beckett Corden fires that one. San Marin up 5-4 at the half. We pick it up in the second half as Coach Danush Sridhar looking on, following his mats. But right here, you see San Marin extend their advantage. Daniel Volker, he would finish with 5 goals and 6 assists. They would end up being on top 7-4 before that goal by Mason Woodard of Granada. San Marin, though, continues to extend their lead. Corden, another goal. He would finish with 5 on the night. At that point, they're up 11-5. Granada seeking to get back into Morris with the no-look goal. It's 11-6 at that point. Morris gets through the traffic. He scores one of his 5 goals there, trying to bring the Mats a little bit closer. But on this night, San Marin would be a little bit too much as Finn Malcolm would score and San Marin would go on to win. You see the Mats there after the game. But Beckett Corden and Daniel Volker combining for 10 goals. Mustangs break open the close game in the second half. San Marin go on to win the first NCS Water Polo Championship beating James Logan in the finals 9-6, but still a great season by Granada, reaching the semifinals. We haven't seen that before, and they have a lot to be proud of.
Yeah, 19 wins, pretty remarkable, and they were right in this game too. 5-4 at halftime. Second half, Santa Marina was a little bit too much, but a great year for Granada, and congratulations to them and their coaching staff.
Yeah, they have a lot to be proud of, and you get all the way to the semifinals and 19 wins. Lots to build off there for the future. We'll be back with more, including our Tri-Valley Sports Final Athletes of the Week, right after these messages, so please stay with us.
Welcome back to Tri-Valley Sports Final. Our Tri-Valley Sports Final Athletes of the Week are Dublin High School basketball player Aiden Lee and Dublin football player Tyler Gray. Lee recently won MVP honors at the prestigious Don Nelson Classic. Among his top games, 24 points, 4 assists, and 6 steals versus St. Mary's Berkeley, and 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists versus a Brentwood school. Gray, meanwhile, had a season for the ages for the Dublin football team. He led the Gales with 88 tackles, including 26 for loss. He also finished with 16 sacks. Among his best games, 4 sacks and 19 tackles against Livermore, and 3 sacks and 12 tackles against Freedom. For their athletic excellence, Dublin's Aiden Lee and Tyler Gray are Tri-Valley Sports Final Athletes of the Week. Congratulations to them. And on our next show, we'll have highlights from the 25th Annual West Coast Jamboree. It's one of the largest and one of the best high school girls basketball tournaments in the country. Nearly 100 teams taking part in 12 divisions. We'll see Dublin, Granada, Livermore, and we're also going to get a chance to see the Emerald High School team.
That's right, playing for the first time in the varsity level this year in the Bay Valley Athletic League, so it'll be fun watching them. And the West Coast Jamboree, it's great that so many of those games are hosted right here in the Tri-Valley.
Yeah, and all over the place, and it depends, whatever gym you go, seems like there's a game there.
There's like a dozen divisions. I can't keep track of it all, but it's a lot of fun.
And that's going to do it for this edition of Tri-Valley Sports Final. For Tim Zabrani, I'm Ian Bartholomew. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.